Good afternoon on the Empty Skull Ranch. We got something exciting to show you guys today. Let's see if we can get into this guy. All right, I'll put those guys aside for now. Sun is getting a little weird in the sky right now, but we have a Polish AK. So feast your eyes on. All right, there we go. Alright guys, here we are with the Pioneer Arms AK-47 Pomeranian Civil Defense, limited run, 400 of these units made. This is number 391. So this is basically a tribute rifle to the Pomeranian Civil Guard that was around basically from 1939 to 2011. They served as a Polish defense against NATO and what have you during the Warsaw Pact with the Soviets, and I believe, what was it, Bulgaria and Hungary all entered into this pact. So the Pomeranian defense, civil defense, was born. One of the weapons carried by them early days, it was a submachine gun. They had Mausers, and later on came AK-47, fitting to have in their arsenal. So this is kind of set up as one of those early type of AK platforms that they would have carried. I know Poland was big on the underfolder stocks, the side folder stocks, the wire stocks. They really liked the folding stocks. But earlier on, they did use the fixed stock type of AKs. And so earlier on as well, they were 7.62 by 39. Later on, as they went to the underfolder, I forgot what they called the, there was a cool T word. That's right. Anyway, so until then, and that was 5.45 by 39, so it was the AK-74 round. But this guy is going to be an example of the earlier one. So I know we did a video on Century C39 V2. I'm not going to go in the whole adaptation with Simonov's SKS and then the them choosing the AK-47 ultimately to be the most recognized silhouette in all of rifle history, I would say, arguably. Especially when you throw a steel mag into that mag well. Oh, look at that. That is just a nice looking rifle right there. Love it, completes the look. They send the Pioneer Arms mags with it. They give you 3 of these guys, polymer mags. They seem decently made. They got little indicator holes on the back to tell you how many rounds you got. But, come on, something to be said about traditional wood and steel, you know, just looks good on this rifle. Anyway, this rifle is built around a forged trunnion, not a cast trunnion. A lot of times the lower cost AKs, they can take what is a wonderful rifle that would last forever, and then they end up putting a cast trunnion into it, and then it's like you shoot yourself in the foot. Well, I hope you don't, but it's figuratively you shoot, figuratively. Anyway, so you put a cast trunnion into it, and then it's just like, what the hell? Anyway. Anyway, getting derailed on the thought train there. Crazy train. Anyway, other than that, this is a true type of mil-spec type of platform right here. We got the cleaning rod, which my Century C39 V2 did not have this cleaning rod, which is rather unfortunate because aesthetically, I like the way it looks. When you're holding an AK and you have that, it's one of those things. The 45-degree muzzle device, you know, that's another thing, hand in hand, synonymous with AK-47. You think of the 45-degree muzzle device, and along with that sight tower in the front, there's a few things you think of, and that ribbed dust cover on the top, which I gotta say, on this one, watch make a liar out of me right here, but look at that. You can remove that dust cover, no sweat, absolutely no sweat whatsoever. It's I've handled some of these AKs. I shot some of these AKs where trying to put this cover on it is a nightmare. You got to use two hands, and you got to. This guy, I feel like you can just ram it home with one hand. Let me see if it's going to make me into a liar, right? But if you take this, I was trying to do it in one fluid motion, but oh, we might actually get it done. Yeah, there we did. Look at that. On there, nice and tight. And you'll also notice, keeping the barrel faced in a safe direction, I'll roll it towards you guys. Looky here, we got the optic mount on the other side. So if you do want to fix an optic to this, you have the option. There's a mount right on this side. So, I mean, otherwise, it's got your typical type of AK pattern grip on it. Like I already got into the stocks and all that. This is a laminate stock. But I gotta say, this furniture is solid and like not at all, no movements, no whatsoever. Normally this side rocks on an AK, you get that, it always moves. But this guy, I don't know, they got this, maybe I got the good one. But they also send it with this Polish military style sling, which is real cool. It's got the right down to how it affixes to your sling mounts, and your sling mounts themselves are proper. And but I gotta tell you, this is it has the feel of a quality AK platform. And even the little details that they did on this guy, you know, just to fill in on the sight ramp right there, your graduations are all colored in. It's visible, it's nice. Fit and feel, you know, little things like that. Your mag release, nice and fluid. My Sentry, some of these can get really bites them real hard and it sticks, but this guy, gotta say, everything on this guy cycles, moves fluidly, including, we're on safe right now, but we got nothing in there. So, but you bring that down, look at that. With your hand here, you can operate that safety. Not a problem with your trigger finger. Put it back in the safe, bring it down. Just a nice feature. And so, nothing in there. Love that typical AK sound. It's unmistakable. That rack. When you think of AK-47, you can almost hear that sound. So, but leads me to the other aspect. That trigger, my goodness, that is a nice, for an AK, once again, not crunchy. The trigger's nice and tight. It as far as side-to-side travel, it's nice and smooth frontwards and backs. But when you go side-to-side motion, there's virtually no side-to-side motion out of that trigger whatsoever. Feels very nice. Single stage, just like most. It's but as you're bringing it back, real smooth till it hits that sear point, and it and very light, very light. You're able to keep eyes on the target and not have to worry about come on. It just almost surprises you, which is anybody that knows shooting, you want that trigger to surprise you in a good way. So I gotta say, as far as looking at it, the way it presents in front of me, and it's also got the Radom Poland logo with the archer on it, the Huntress. That's another feature that was prominent on the Pomeranian defense weapons on the trunnion, side of the trunnion. They had the Radom logo on there. I don't know if I'm saying it the right way. It's just the way I always say it. I don't know if there's anybody out there that knows the proper way to pronounce it, but Radom is what I've always called it. So anyhow, also, as a kind of a side note right here, let's put this guy into here. I'll show you. So they give you that sling. They give you 3 magazines. They give you the operator's manual, of course. But they also, you know, for little token things, you know, it's nice to have when you're, especially when you collect these things like I do. I collect things, you know, guns being one of them. And I have a very specific type I like the old mil-spec guns, so little things like this go a long way. But they send you this little certificate. It has a raised seal on the bottom with the serial number, and it tells you number 391 of 400. So it just has a little passage there to kind of highlight what the purpose of this tribute was for. It was for the Pomeranian Military District, 1945 to 2011. 39 is what I read. But anyway, known as the Coastal Front, was created in case of conflict with NATO. This limited edition rifle is dedicated to those brave soldiers. So, kind of a nice little piece to add in there. It comes in a little certificate form, tucked right up behind the stock when you open the box. But, you know, I know some of you guys don't care about that stuff, but you know, it's one of those things that adds a little bit of character to what you're buying. It's not just buying a gun. You're buying something that gives you the feel like you're buying something, you know. Even though this is a brand new rifle, brand new creation, the tribute said too is gives you that feeling of getting something, like taking a step back into history. You know, that's, you know. Anyway, all right. So, without further ado, I kind of wasted enough time babbling, and let's take this thing down range and see what we can get out of it. All right, come with me and let's sling some lead. Well, here we are. We are going to see how this guy does down range. Starting off with one of the Pioneer mags that they sent with her. Figure we'll try that, then we'll switch to an old Steely. I like the Steelies. I like the way it looks on such a historically correct platform. So let's give this a shot. This mag well is real tight to start off with, but boy, that's a nice fit on there. Remember, firearm safety is always paramount. When weapons are loaded and unloaded, make sure your muzzle is pointed in a safe direction, pointed away from anything you do not wish to destroy. So, let's see what this guy does. Alrighty, let's rack up a round and send some lead down range. I like this part. This part's fun. Alright, let's try it out. Alrighty. Rack it up. Safety's off, eyes and ears. Let's start with a close one, maybe that can on the box. TV. There we go. Another can on TV. There we go. Bottle at base of tree that is going to be removed for range expansion. That was a nice reactive one. Let's see, the orange bottle right over from that. There we go. Orange bottle, opposite side. Alright, let's reach out a little bit further and see if we can get the one on the barrel. Nice. Tie rack. So far, so good. Liking the handling. Let's do the kid in the foreground down below. We don't want to miss that guy. How about the one next to the TV? There we go. Alrighty, Roo. Let's see, we also have a bottle and a can right down there. So let's see if we can get see one. I see one that is still limping off in the distance, a green bottle. All right, we are empty. Well, as far as shooting goes with this guy, can't complain. It's an AK, handles like an AK, moderately warm on the barrel, but sights at a bit of a 6 o'clock hold, I noticed. So a couple of those operator error where the hold wasn't just right. I was a little bit above my objective point. But I gotta say, the way this feels in the hand, the target acquisition, when you bring the barrel up, it's definitely feels like you can get that sight picture real quick. So you don't have to sit there and so not quite that much, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's fire off a few more. Gonna do a little bit of a mag change over to the Steelies that I like so much. All right. Get it in there, locked in nice and tight. Once again, doesn't rattle around. I like the way it feels. Eyes and ears, safety down. And this guy, the safety lever is very operable. Some of these AKs, you get the safety lever is very sticky. You gotta bring your whole hand over and pop it down. This guy, push of a finger, you're down and up, right where you need to be. So you're unsafe, you can bring it right down to where you need to be. So, and like I said, target acquisition. So, hoping we racked around, huh? Like I said, target acquisition. Down from low ready. All right. There we go. I like it. I like it. I like it. We got that one still holding water down there. Let's see if we can get that one down. Coming down from sight acquisition. So let's try it. Low ready to the low ready to target. There we go. Enjoy it. I like it. Gives you enough time to make your shot reasonable, make it count. This is definitely AK's an AK, man. You know, when they say if you've seen one, you've seen them all. This guy does what you want it to do. Close quarters. Let's get that silhouette on the TV. All right, so moderate distance. Let's see where those rounds landed. I'd say they went right in the vital area, right where you want them to go, right in the action area. So as you notice, there's a couple holes in there from 223 from earlier, so disregard the little holes. The larger holes are what we were looking at, the ones we just squeezed off. So they go where you want them to for a quick sight acquisition. Definitely feels like with my ogre arms, the stock length on this length of pull is right where you want it to be. So, does it feel overbearing? The purpose of this viewpoint was just to illustrate the minimal effect from recoil to regaining your target. So there's no felt recoil. You can get a little bump on the cheek every now and again when you're loosening up on your grip. Whoa, that's way too close. Anyhow, we are empty. I'll pull the, actually, you know what? Leave the mag in there just for aesthetics. But as you can see, we are empty. Nothing in there. Weapon on safe. Muzzle pointed in a safe direction. Downrange. Alrighty. Well, taking a look at this guy, I know I gotta get a mic. Upgraded my phone, which is, I know, that's when I used to make these videos. But my mic was compatible with my other device, so now I'm micless. So anyway, that's going to be rectified quite soon. But anyway, closing thoughts on the Pioneer Arms AK, the Pomeranian Civil Defense AK, limited run of 400. I like this gun. Nice wood furniture, laminate. It is tight holding. After a few mags gone through this rifle, the furniture is still holding nice and tight. Magwell still nice and tight, not sloppy and rattly. This forged trunnion, oh yes, absolutely. Definitely stepped up on the quality as far as that goes. The cast trunnion and Achilles heel for a lot of these cheaper AKs. But the price point was right on it. I don't want to call it a cheap AK because that sounds bad. It is a cost-effective AK platform. So, very happy with it. I feel you're getting quality for what you're paying for, and this day and age, getting a AK for under $1,000 that's worth a damn is starting to get harder and harder. So this guy, if you ever get a chance to, if you're perusing the interwebs or you're at your local gun shop and you happen to see a Radom with the Radom logo on it in the mil-spec type of platform, and you're interested in it, I would suggest it. I definitely would. I would suggest it. This is a great weapon. Even this traditional AK handle, you learn to like it. It's definitely not a contoured mono grip or something like that. You definitely it's an AK handle. You know, it's an AK grip. You know, it feels like an AK. If you're getting an AK, you're obviously in it for the AK experience. You can drag these through the mud. You can do whatever you want with these, and they will still fire. Russian push-ups. 102, 3. Anyway, I don't know what that was a very weird place. All right, anyway, guys, like I said, in conclusion, love it. This is another 2 thumbs up on the Empty Skull Ranch. I'm happy I bought it. I'm definitely happy to call it part of my collection. And this will be another one that sees the light of day on a more frequent basis. All right, guys, see you next time on the Empty Skull Ranch.